G'day guys, time for a quick NY update video. I hope you all had a good London session. For me personally, I did not manage to take any trades. I was scoping a gold sell, which just didn't eventuate. Unfortunately, didn't get my chance after this move. So that's what I was looking at. I was waiting for the closure of this candle, and then looking for a potential limit order as price tapped back into the low of that bullish candle, which obviously did not eventuate. So that that was it. Nothing for me. So nonetheless, let's move forward and look towards MY session today. So what I'll be looking at, let's start with gold, seeing I'm on it. I can now remove this zone. We have tapped into that level, the fire level that I did anticipate price could potentially come back down to retest, or it could potentially pull back, which it is currently doing so. Now, I'd be looking, and now for seeing price action throughout the day is to the downside. We have the daily forming quite a relatively strong bearish candle. It's there to break the low of the previous candle. It does have a lower high to it though. Onto the 4 hour, as we can see, strong bounce off that, or rejection off that support to the left. Current candle, not a great deal of volume, starting to come towards that dead zone within the time between sessions between London and pre-NY. But what I'd be looking at on gold just now is what I want to see is we've made a move to the downside, made created impulse to the downside. Unfortunately, the buys would have had to beat him by now if you were to take any buys from after the bounce off this support. The only possible entry, in my opinion, would have been probably on the current candle. Would I've taken it? No, I don't think so. It's not my cup of tea, to be honest. What I'll be doing is marking some resistance, probably just marking that level there. And what I would say is I like to see how price reacts to it. So we've created impulse to the downside, had a bit of a pullback, corner resistance, create another move to the downside. Now I want to see how price reacts to this 2,157 level. We do reject and give us that callous within price action. I would at that point in there look for potential sells to take it back down. As for the buys, a little bit tough at the moment. I think you would have had to have beat him by now. So let me put sells below. As for the buys on gold, what I probably want to see at this stage, come close to NY session. We start to pop back above that 2057.30 level. Resistance form within the current daily candle is at this level. Then once again, so we've created impulse down, we've formed a little bit of pullback, created resistance, create another move to the downside. We do pull back and retest that zone. If we are to continue bearish, we should respect it and then form a resistance, head back down. If we begin to pop above it, come close to NY open, I think it's a high probability at that point there we're going to come back up towards that 2160 sort of level, and there should be enough margin within that range to look for a potential buy option. So that is something I'd be potentially looking at. Further sells possibly below previous daily candles low. Still a while off though. That's probably what I'll be looking at on gold. Let's move on to GJ quickly. All right, so GJ is starting to sort of create that, as per the analysis from London sessions, create that first move down, form the support. So now I start to trust the sells a little bit more. Reason being is now, look at the previous 4 hour candle as well. I closed a very weak bullish candle, tapping into that zone, only to reject, close a very strong, weak bullish candle, long way to the upside. If we begin to break current 4 hour candles low, begin to pop below the previous 4 hour candles low, the support form within that candle, then I would start to trust the counter trend sells, let it pull down, drop down, close below support 1906, reject. At that point there, I'd be looking for my sell options on after we've got the confirmation of that lower low. So lower high, lower low, tap in, rejection, and that would be the sell option on GJ for me. If I was to trade NY, which personally I won't be this evening, I'm gonna call it quits after this update. So that's immediately, that's what I'll be looking at. Buys obviously above 191.32. If we do begin to pop above it, does make sense upon continuation. But what you want to see is break of the current daily candle high, nice strong closure above that 4 hour resistance, and then I'll look for my buy options above. Pretty simple, guys. That one. Onto GU. GU's simple right now. At least it's cut through a lot of this crap. Good. Right, that clean move down, so that's really nice. So now I want to see what I want to see is price pull back to retest previous zones of support to see if they're going to hold as resistance. Obviously, we've got this level 126.90. Let's see how price reacts to that level there. If you get your rejection off that level there, I would then look to take a sell back down towards the current daily candles low. I would not be chasing it below the current daily candles low, guys, unless we have a decent pullback just now. Sometimes you just got to ask yourself how far has the move pushed throughout the day and accept that you may have missed the move. It's 60 pips, which on GU is a significant move. So similar to gold, or it just made the move without me, and sometimes you need to accept it, and it's not going to be a day for you to get your trade, even though your analysis could be correct. On to NAS quickly, as it got the break above, wouldn't have been an entry for me because it's just from middle consolidation. Now what we can see is, let me just move this along. I still think that buyers could be valid. I would say for closure above, I would now pull this up to that resistance. I would say if we start to close above it, readjust this. We're still consolidating at the 4-hour support. Where M30 is still technically bearish, but as long as we respect this support, I'd still trust the buys. But what I want to see is closure above that 18.004, tap in, rejection, push off that zone around NY, around the time of volume, or NYSE, a stock exchange open. Otherwise, let's see how price reacts to that 18.004, and if it rejects, as long as we've made a couple of decent candles move back to this support, if we pull back up, nice clean move up, only to reject close to the open, would then start to consider selling within this range. Otherwise, it's consolidation. So we try to stick clear of consolidation. We'd rather not trade it. So at this stage, I would say I'd avoid range between basically 18.04 and 17.9001. I'd probably ignore this level and rather to look for trades outside it. So to the upside or to the downside, obviously we start to rain some clean traffic to the left once you start to populate 1790. Put a strong closure below it, rejection, retest, rejection, and then I look for my sells below. The analysis remains pretty much the same for NAS as per London session, which doesn't surprise me, to be honest. And yeah, that's a wrap, guys. Do trade safe. Let me know how you go. Let me know how you went in the comments for London session as well. Don't forget to leave a like, and I will catch you guys again tomorrow for London session. I'll probably do an Asian session update as well. Cheers, guys. Trade safe. Thank you for your support. Bye for now.